Hello, Facebook. Hi, guys. It's Marci Nettles coming to you from Goodyear, Arizona. As you can see, I am somewhere that it is sunny, right? So, hey, if you are on here watching me live, I appreciate you. Thanks so much for jumping on. And as a matter of fact, if you wouldn't mind putting where you're coming in from down in the comments section, city, state, and give me a heart emoji or something because you're on here with me live. I want to know that. And if you're a replay viewer, also give me a hashtag replay in the replay or in the comment box down below. Sorry about that, guys. My voice a little bit raspy. I'm still recovering from an amazing Tony Robbins event that I was at, gosh, almost 10 days ago now. That's how much I gave into this thing, right? Is I gave my voice for over a week. It's totally crazy, totally crazy. But I wanted to get on here really fast and just share some thoughts with you that I had this morning, some realizations of some places that I've kind of been, and I'm hoping that I can help you get out of them like it helped me get out of it this morning. So thanks for being on, Rocky. Hi, Dondi. Thanks for joining in, babe. We always have times in our life that are difficult, right? It's just part of life. That's what we call life. Life happens, right? Hi, Keith. Thanks for jumping on. Donna. But when life happens, sometimes we get stuck up in that life, right? Life gets lifey, as some people say, right? You know, I'm a total firewalker. And so when things get difficult and we start thinking about it being life, sometimes we get so caught up in it that we forget that there's other parts of life too. So when I'm talking about life happening, maybe for you right now, it's something that you wish would have happened and it's taking a while for it to happen, and so you feel like it's never going to happen, right? And so that's what's going on in your life right now. Or how about an emotional situation? Maybe it's close to, hey, Mark, thanks for jumping on. Maybe it's close to the time in your life where you're going to be celebrating or mourning or thinking about someone that you've lost previously. And so it's an emotional time in your life. That's kind of lifey sometimes. Or if you're a girl, sometimes we get emotional, and sometimes it's just an emotional time of our life, right? Life gets lifey. Or how about illness? Sometimes we have an illness, whether it's us or it's our family, and life really gets lifey then. And I'm totally still in Christine. Christine says this all the time, that life just gets lifey. And sometimes we don't handle it the best way. And so I want to just let you guys know that life gets lifey for everybody. That's why we're here. We are totally here to be able to learn how to handle the lifey parts of our life. Hi, Marjorie. Thanks for jumping on. So when life gets lifey for me, I don't always handle it the best way. Life getting lifey for me recently has been back pain. I don't know if you guys all know my story or not, and if you don't, that's okay, but it has something to do with a car accident that ended a law enforcement career that ended up with 3 spine surgeries. And once you cut into your body, you're never quite the same no matter what you do for it. And so I've been dealing with a lot of back pain lately, and so it's been kind of taking over my brain, and I have not done very well with this lifey part of my life. Hi, Becky. Thanks for being on, guys. So if you guys have something going on in your life right now, do me a favor. Drop a 1 down in the comment section. If your life's a little bit lifey right now and you're looking for that light at the end of the tunnel, right? So let me know if you've got anything going on in your life that just might be lifey, meaning it might just suck a little bit. Put 1 down in the comment section because I want to speak directly to you, okay? I want to speak to you. Yeah, Nancy, absolutely. Life is so lifey. And so I want to talk to all of you that have some lifey stuff going on. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the lifey. The lifey. And if you're just hopping on, thanks for jumping in. I appreciate you so much. Let me know where you're coming in from, city, state. And if you're a replay viewer, thank you so very much. Yeah, seriously, Dondi, your lifey has to do with your wifey right now, right? So if you have something that's difficult or something that you're tired of or something that's wearing you out, something that's completely exhausting you, put a 1 down in the comment section for me. Hi, Brenda. How are you? James, oh my gosh, buddy, haven't seen you in forever. Thanks for hopping on. So when I'm talking about getting lifey and not necessarily handling it the best way all of the time, just know you're not alone, okay? I want you to know that you're not alone. Because it's really important that when we're going through difficult times, that there's other people that are having difficult times too, not so that we can commiserate, right, with our pain, but so that we can see each other fighting through it and help each other by lifting each other up, okay? Because there's a few things I know to be true. Okay, first of all, I know that there's a God and that He loves every single one of us, right? He created us to be perfect. So another thing I know is that jets are really loud, and I'm in my backyard and we're in the flight path kind of Luke Air Force Base, and I appreciate it. And so that's another fact, is that I'm completely thankful for our military that takes care of us and ensures our freedom. So that's a fact. So life is going to get lifey. I know that God loves me. I know that there's a plan. If I choose my way properly, I can have an easier lifey life. So life is going to get lifey. So when I talk about that, I want to just kind of make some examples for you, okay? So that you always understand that even though there's darkness, there will always be light. And so if we can help each other understand each other and the pain that we're going through and understanding that we're not alone, that is what starts to bring the light. I hope that makes sense. So if you can reach out, if you can be vulnerable, if you can let people know that you're having a lifey time without being a complainer, without being a moaner, without being a problem, you know, because nobody likes that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl, right? We don't want to be complainers. We don't want to be moaners, but we do want to be vulnerable and let people know that sometimes life is not easy. And sometimes it just plain sucks, right? Yeah, seriously. Oh my gosh, Brenda, seriously, you totally understand the noise of the jets, right? But I love them. I love them. So, but if we can be vulnerable in our difficult times, what that does is it gives someone else hope. And so if you can be open and vulnerable when you're having difficulty, as long as you are fighting through it and you're looking for ways to push through and to be stronger, because there are those facts out there. Number one, I know God's there. He loves me. He loves you, no matter what. I know, right? You see that, Mac? Oh, where's he at? Oh, yeah. I hope you guys can all see Mac up there back behind me. Thanks for pointing that out, James. He totally loves this backyard and the pool. He'll probably go get in the water while we're on here. But by helping other people understand that as long as you fight through those difficult times, that there is always the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's not only just at the end of the tunnel, but as you keep pushing through those difficult times, those lifey times, you get closer and closer and closer to the end of that tunnel. And so some of the other facts that I know, on top of God loving me, is that there will always be light after darkness, okay? There will always be light following darkness. There is always rejoicing at the end of a struggle. Okay, because you will, as long as you push through, you will be victorious. And so there's always rejoicing. There's always light after the moon, right? There's always the sun. The sun's always going to come up after the moon goes down. Always. There is always going to be daylight, right? Or how about this? There is always going to be spring after winter. For those of you that are my dear friends that are up in the Northeast and anywhere else that's getting hit so hard with the winter storms, there is spring coming. Okay, I know that officially it's in spring, but you guys are getting snow still and getting hit hard. But I want you to know there is a fact that spring always follows winter. And so just know that when times get lifey for you, when things get difficult, when you're having struggles, you know, whether it's back pain like me, you know, fighting through it, there will always be relief. There will always be reward. But there's some things that we have to do with those lifey times, okay? And now I'm going to talk a little bit about what I was saying don't be before. Don't be a whiner. Don't be a complainer. Don't be a crybaby. Don't be a gossiper. Don't be negative, okay? Even though it's hard sometimes, and so sometimes I'll just go silent a little bit so that I'm not being negative, right? So if you've ever had a time in your life that you've just had to go silent so that you weren't being negative, you weren't being a complainer just because you felt like things were so hard in your life, please put a 2 down in the comment section so that I know that I'm not alone, okay? I appreciate that very much, because being alone in difficult times makes it even more difficult. But being a complainer does not make things any better. And so what we have to do when lifey times happen is take responsibility, take ownership. Yes, Becky, absolutely. They help us grow. And so if we can recognize when a time is getting lifey and choose to take ownership of it as fast as possible, then we can actually determine when we get that relief faster. Okay, does that make sense? Listen to me here. This is really, 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 really important. If you're catching my drift, drop a 3 down below, okay? Drop a 3 if you're catching my drift on taking ownership, all right? Because if you want to stay in the lifey times of your life, don't take ownership. Complain, be a moaner, be a pain in my ass or somebody else's ass that's washing this, and I apologize for using the ass word, but I'm just trying to disrupt your mental capacity going on here, right? Okay? I want you to know that the faster you take ownership of your lifey times, the faster that you decide that you want to get to the end of that lifey time, the faster you'll get there. Okay? If you are feeling me, please, please, please give me your favorite emoji down there, because I'm just like, I'm totally feeling a preacher sermon coming on here or something like that. But I just have to let you guys know from the bottom of my heart, I know this to be true. This is a fact, okay? You have complete ownership of your life. You may think other people are causing your problems, or other people are pulling you down, or other people are making things bad for you. But what I got to tell you is that you have complete control of your life. Okay? So, are you ready to take control of your life? Are you ready? Come on, peeps. Come on, I know you are. And if this is just making you think just a little bit, and if you think there's somebody else that might need to have this little bit of a jerkin, or how about this soapbox preaching from this girl, Marci, please share this forward. Let me know that you shared it so I can give you a shout out, because I appreciate you so, so very much. And thanks for being on here with me live. But guys, seriously, who of you are ready to take ownership of your life? Who of you are ready to stop complaining about something that's not going right in your life and change it? Stop blaming somebody else, okay? Because the only person that deserves any blame in your own life, if it's not going the way you want it to go, is yourself. You. Right? So if you are ready to take ownership, thanks babe for sharing. If you're ready to take ownership, I totally want you to give me a 4 down in the comment section, because I want to give you a total shout out. I want to come back and I want to praise you, and I want to watch you, and I want to lift you up, and I want to help you. Because that's the thing about it, is the people that take ownership of their own lives and decide what they want and decide that they want more, and stop blaming other people and just make that decision, things change for them, and they change in a really big way. And one of those things that change is they start attracting people to them that want to help them, people that want to lift them up. You start attracting more positive people. You start bringing in more powerful people, maybe more successful people, maybe people that have what you want. Do you want that? Do you want to start bringing those people in? If you are, you should be putting that number 4 down in that comment box for me right now. Because seriously, yeah, Rocky, absolutely. And yeah, the man is the mirror is saying no more. You're absolutely right there, Dondi. You know, the only person that you need to be looking at and making sure approves of what you're doing is you. So go and look at yourself in the mirror. Go and do a total from top to bottom recount of what you've got going on in your mind, in your heart, and how your body is feeling, and find out where you need to make changes and take ownership of it and make those changes. Because there's some things, as like I said before, that I know to be true. Yep, law of attraction, absolutely, Sonia. So I know to be true. God loves you. Something else I know to be fact is that I love you. I love every single one of you for sure. Even if I've never met you before, I can tell you that I love you, okay? I can tell you that with a surety. That's a fact. I can tell you that you're enough because you are, because God created you that way. And I can tell you that you have total control over your life. You can change anything that's going on in it for positive, or you can make it worse by choosing to be negative about it, right? And so those other facts that we know is that after the moon has been through the sky, we know that the sun will always come up. We know that if you have 4 seasons, you're going to go through all 4 of them, right? Here in Arizona, we kind of have summer, not quite so much summer, spring, a little bit more spring and summer again, right? We don't have that cold stuff. But for those of you that have the cold winters, you can know that winter will end and summer will come, right? And in between, you'll have the beautiful reprieve of spring. And so if you are ready for your springtime and you're ready to move into the next season of your life, right? Because that's what we've been talking about is seasons, is that there's always a new season. Take on the new season right now. Make sure that you're ready for that ownership. And if you're ready to step into your new season, put a 5 in the comment section below, and we want to celebrate with you, because that new season can be everything that you want it to be. It can be more of the old if you choose to stay there, or it can be completely new as you move forward in taking ownership of your life. So I want to share with you just a little bit of our backyard and how it's turning from winter to spring. So if you look over here, you see that plant there? It's got the beautiful red flower on it, but it's still kind of recovering from winter, right? But as we walk around the yard, you're going to be able to start seeing some of the amazing we have a lot of great blossoms here in our backyard. So this one right here is going to be covered in butterflies in a really short time. Hi Stacy, thanks for hopping on. I love my butterfly plants because I can actually lay in the pool and sit there, and there will be hundreds of butterflies. And if you know me, what am I? Drop the emoji that shows one of my favorite things. I've actually been playing or talking to you about it right now. But see these? Oh my gosh, these just came out in the last, I'd say, gosh, less than 24 hours. But this is what's coming, guys. Push through your winters. Yeah, babe, you know me very well, right? So push through your winters so that you can push into your next season, your spring, by taking ownership and getting everything you really want out of life, right? So nice. Oh, look, there's my notes. That's my notes down there somewhere, if you can see it. Oh, I don't know. There it is. In the pool. Yeah, that's my notes for this Zoom. You see how well that worked out for me, right? Well intentions. Best laid plans don't always work out, but I'm going to come over because there's some more. All right, I think Mac wants some attention too. Come here, Mac. Come here, Mac Dog. Come here, come say hi. All right, everybody say hi to Mac Dog. That's Mac Dog. He totally loves his backyard. And over here to some of the other amazing flowers that we have in our yard. So the only reason I'm showing you these flowers is because this is your reminder that that winter that you've been in, it's time for you to decide what kind of a spring that you're ready to have in your life. And it's time for you to take ownership of it, to claim it, and then fight your ever-loving guts out to get it, right? Because who is it that has control of your future? Who is it that can determine whether or not you accomplish everything that you were put here to accomplish? Who is it? Okay, put down in the comment section if you know who it is. And I'm being really careful walking through our yard right now because there's lots of dog poop back here. So I know what the kids need to do when they come home from school. But seriously, you're the one. Take ownership. Take ownership of your life. Decide that your spring is going to be the most sweet spring that you've ever had. And it's all because you've decided that you deserve it. You're going to own it. You're going to work really hard for it. And you're going to claim it because it is yours. God wants you to be abundant. He wants you to have an abundant life. Know that He loves you. We love you. You are enough because you are. And I hope that you've enjoyed this little love note from me, Marci. Thanks for being on live, and if you watched as a replay viewer, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Bye.